So as we're starting to harvest our beans for wheat planting, I just thought it was a good idea as well to look at our corn. Right now we're going to look at our corn on corn plot. So this is third year corn that has all multi-stack, triple stack hybrids on it to control rootworm as well as above ground insects. So we're going to start out with, it's 104-day corn, which is P448. I really like this corn as far as it's heavy, it's clean, it makes great feed. It is a dual purpose. We do sell for a little bit of silage, but majority of it's grain corn or high moisture corn. It hasn't black layered yet. Looking back in there, it's just about there. Probably mid part of next week is when it's going to be black layered. So we don't need a frost anytime in the near future. If we're going to grow one of these monsters, you need to understand that it is a very full season hybrid, and you want to plant it first and harvest it last. So just looking up into the canopy, you have a good idea of how much stay green is still there. We ran out of nitrogen here a little bit, but gives you an idea of what's happening in 104-day corn. As you can see, in comparative to, this is my competitive check that I have in here, which is my DeKalb 5084. Give you an idea of what the difference of stay green is between the two. Just looking in, this corn hasn't black layered yet either. It just gives you an idea of what monsters you are dealing with when you're dealing with these full season hybrids. A little bit of bird damage, as you can see. This is very indicative this year of what I'm seeing a lot of places, insects and bird damage for any cobs that have the tips exposed. Whether that's going to run into cleanliness problems down the road, we'll find out. Getting back into 99-day corn, the 9917 is a hybrid that it's like our Steady Eddie as far as grain production goes. It can withstand ultra high populations. This plot has all been dropped at 34,000, but we do have some stuff that's dropped at ridiculously high population. I wouldn't think, I was just more so what I could get away with is why I planted it there. And man, it cranked out a lot of corn, so it's going to be nice to see how that actually finishes in that. But this corn is black layered right now. It's just putting the finishing touches on some of them, but majority of this corn is black layered. As you can see, it's shutting down and doing everything it needs to do to start the dry down process. So we're looking at a corn that, you know, will run into some stock quality issues if you leave it out too long, because it tries to put everything it can into its cob. So as a 100-day corn, it's not one that I would want to leave out till Christmas time, at least from what I've seen from it. Our 9910, remember this is a 99-day corn, but it flowers like 101. So you know, it's more of your racehorse type hybrid. It really wants to crank out a lot of corn, but with that, it also doesn't have super high test weight. It does have really clean grain. We like it for feed, but it's not quite there yet as far as black layering. Probably, I would say, looking at this, we're from what I've checked in my check cobs, this corn is probably in that 60% range black layered. It's still not quite done, which is wonderful for this corn because I want it to build as much test weight as it can before it decides to call it quits. So moving into the shorter day corns, 9675, which is another super clean, great for feed corn that Ron and I like to grow and feed our hogs. It is fully black layered. It's ready to go. It is one that can withstand ultra high populations. So like I said before, this is dropped at 34,000. We've got some stuff ridiculously high, but looking at the stay green on this, it was one when we were walking through the plot, remember it had fired up quite substantial, and looking at it and chewing kernels and seeing what the test weight is there, I think it suffered a little bit for test weight here. just because it was looking for nitrogen, it didn't have it when it wanted it. But as far as what it's going to end up hurting it for yield in the plot here, I'm not sure. There is other fields in the area that also had that firing going on. Whether we lost a lot of our nitrogen with the heavy rains that we had, and that's indicative of where it happened. A lot of earlier flowering hybrids that were looking for nitrogen before the big rainfall seem to suffer the same problem. 9526 is a newer hybrid as far as looking at things in our lineup. It's a corn that, on the early side it's a 2800, but it is fully black layered, was one of the first corns to black layer here. As you can see, it has progressed quite nicely. It is ready to rock and roll. It is available in a triple as well as a double stack. Utilizes water very, very well. This is my first year growing it, so I'm learning more and more about it every time I look at it. But if there's anything that makes me feel happy about it, it seems to be consistent all the way through. I don't think I hit the population right as far as dropping 34,000. But the more I learn about it, the more I'll know down the road. But that's our corn on corns and how they look just at the end part of September and what's happening. So the majority of them, half of this plot is black layered fully. The 100-day, 99-day corns are just finishing up here now. Probably will be done, in the next 2-3 days. The 104-day corns, they're going to be done probably mid next week, so they probably need another 5 days before they're done. But gives you an idea of what we got, corn on corn.